Welcome back to the Lowe Down on the Floor. I am Devin, better known as Road Trips from Season 3.
And I'm Zack, also known as Trees. Thanks for joining us. Another episode as we break down all the action from episode 8 and 9.
And tonight we're excited to be joined by Ren, who put on one of the most impressive performances of the season in episode 8. She defended her expert category of arithmetic and walked away with $20,000 after an incredible duel.
Then in episode 9, she returned to the floor with a target on her back before running into Carlos and the category of birdwatching.
We'll talk about her big win, the pressure of returning with $20,000, her strategy on the floor, and what was going through her mind during birdwatching, and plenty of the behind-the-scenes stories that didn't make it to the air.
Rin, thanks for joining us, and welcome to the Lowe Down on the Floor.
Thank you so much for having me. And Devin, although I appreciate you saying I'm an expert in math, that makes me look smart. I did do spa day, my actual expert category, but some may argue I did not actually duel in that, but that was my expert category.
Oh, I forgot. Oh, you are so correct. That we have to go back and talk. How did you feel when that battle went on? Because oh my goodness, I talk about a layup. Anyway, so numbers. We always like to start with the numbers. Zack always knows I lament every time when this episode comes up. Episode 9. It's my death anniversary. I don't know what you call it. So when I think about episode 9, I think about the end game and how close you are. You survived 3/4 of the season, just to be reminded that maybe you don't get to see the light at the end of the tunnel. But $20,000. Ren got to leave with $20,000 in her pocket, and we can never get upset with $20,000 in her pocket because 2 out of 3 people on this podcast did not leave with $20,000 in their pocket. And so we can't get upset with that. And then I just want to say that 5 out of the 9 competitors, challengers, actually won their duel, saying that aggressive play has been paying off this season, but will it be that way? Because I kind of like that cool little mosaic that's going on the floor, and so the question, we're gonna go all the way back to your very first duel, but in our last episode, Zack said, my money is on the 2 people that are surrounded by Eric's island. And then watching episode 8, they are no longer surrounded by his island.
I was fooled.
And all we have to ask the question, what happened? Because clearly something happened. What happened?
They cut it out. That's what happened. I so wish they would have left this in because so many people were wondering what happened. They even filmed a whole scene where Jason and Donnell were like shivering while they were moving out of Eric's territory. Gold. I don't know why they put it in, but it was fun to watch.
Yeah, the opening credits even had them still kind of on that island, and then literally it cuts one scene over and they've shifted.
So the rules is that if somebody is kind of put into an island based on the territory freeze, they are moved to the nearest available space so they actually can duel.
I would have told them, I don't want it.
Yeah. That was strategic. That was on purpose.
Like, no, we both earned that freeze. That's why I was rooting for him so hard in the corner. We both going to the finals. High five. I wish they did show that because that was a bit no. We didn't know what was happening and it was weird. Come on. We like to see how the sausage was made. We saw a whole episode where someone had a whole hyperventilating on the sideline, and they brought the producers to give them water, and y'all didn't cut that out when they was going through their most embarrassing panic attack in front of all of America. Y'all didn't care that.
Oh, I remember that.
Mm-mm-mm. But anyway, let's go back to your very first duel, spa day,
Spa
where
day.
you get challenged and then you go through one of maybe the most memorable. I won't disparage your fellow duelists. One of the most memorable. What was going through your mind then?
Okay, so let me give you a little bit of background here. I was working with Austin. This was, if we're getting into alliances, I don't want to like call it alliance. I guess it was kind of an alliance, but we had sort of a non-compete. But I was working with him. I was working with Dexter. So our plan was we were going to turtle up. So I was going to take air travel, and then Austin was going to take halftime shows, and Dexter was going to take action heroes. And then we would essentially coast to the finals because we had that little corner, and
Hmm.
we would only have to study our own category and then the two categories next to us. And we wouldn't be randomized until everyone else has played, right? So we were going to turtle up. We had that plan. And then Kristen gets randomized and everything goes out the window because we saw what Kristen did. That was one of my favorite moments of the entire season. But then for Austin, he didn't study anything else until unless except for halftime shows. He was so laser focused on arithmetic and halftime shows because he wanted to strategy his way all the way to the final that after halftime shows was played, he leans over to me and he says, I am done if I get randomized while the randomizer was going. And you do not want to say that while the randomizer is going.
Yep.
Luck will find you. So then he got randomized, and his options were Spa Day, Barbie, or what, Muppets?
Yeah.
Those were his options. So he was like, let's just have fun. Let's go do Spa Day. I was not expecting it to go that way, but I we had a good time.
I'm glad you give context.
Yeah.
Austin, that doesn't mean I let you off the hook. All the mess I talked about in that episode still stands, Austin. I have to let it be known. But this is the low down on the floor, and this is me talking to America now. If you ever are selected to be a contestant on the show, study more than two categories. Just a bit. Maybe more than two. But I'm glad you gave context. So you won your duel. You're now sitting on arithmetic for a little while. And now you go through episode 8. What are you thinking as episode 8 begins?
I mean, I thought I was in a fantastic spot. Arithmetic is a very
Ooh,
intimidating
ooh, ooh, ooh.
category.
Ren, I'm sorry. I'm
Yes.
sorry. The people have to know because you
Yes.
kind of alluded to it. Are you or are you not in an alliance before we even get through all this?
Oh, okay. So are we I I was in an alliance with Austin and with Dexter. We called ourselves Turtle Team, and we had that one plan to turtle up, and that was our only plan for our alliance. I was not in any other alliance that I was aware of. Now, the question for you guys, I would love for you to define the word alliance. What does alliance mean to you?
I would say agreement to not attack each other. So kind of the non-compete. But I think if you consider someone safe, that they're not coming after you and you're only pursuing others, that's an alliance.
That's an
Okay.
alliance. Yep. That means that your strategy is purely focused on people who are not in your alliance, which then dictates what things you study and not study. Even though we just heard that maybe you should still study everything around you.
Yeah, eventually
Oh
all
my
alliances
gosh.
break. So
Exactly. So I will say I was part of the alternate group, the group that was there the week earlier. Uh, we had a similar definition to the word alliance. In fact, we never even gave our group a label of an alliance until someone else gave that label to us. We were there for an entire week in Ireland. We bonded. We had a great time. We became friends. And we also studied together because we were stuck
Mhm.
in a hotel room, or not a hotel room, but a hotel together all day for a week. And we got the categories the same time everyone else did. So, yes, we studied together, but we had no agreement amongst each other that we were not going to go for anyone. In fact, you can see several people from the alternate groups going against each other all the
Mhm.
time throughout the show already. So even when they had other options, at the end of the day, it was always going to be whatever is best for everyone's game at any
Mhm.
given moment. At
So,
least that's how I viewed it.
so Ram.
I found out I was in an alliance after I got eliminated.
So Ram, you don't have the matching tattoo.
I actually do, yeah. It was so much fun. We were like, this is a once in a lifetime experience. I collect tattoos. My legs are filled up.
Yeah.
So I'm like, this is a once in a lifetime thing. I want to get a tattoo. And a bunch of people were like, totally agree. So we went and got tattoos. I will say we did choose very bad timing on when we wanted to go get tattoos, just based on our schedule and what we were doing. We picked the day that like literally everyone else was coming into town to go get tattoos, and we were just being welcoming to everyone, like so excited to meet them. We're like, "Oh my God, hi guys. You want to come with us? We're going to get matching tattoos."
Zach.
New definition of the term alliance, by the way.
Yeah, Zach. If I came in and a bunch of people had matching tattoos, you're not going to make me think you are not. If it's not an alliance, you're in a cult. You're in a cult, people. I don't care.
But like I could see how people viewed us, right? Like they came in to a show that they thought everyone was on equal footing, and there's an entire group of people who is bonded, who are friends, who have matching tattoos. It's like they're gonna be like, what is going on here? I'm here to play a game.
So, Devin, I don't know. I think I'm missing out on this with us. Like, I feel like we need matching
Yeah,
tattoos or
yeah.
something.
The next time I'm in Florida, we gotta, we gotta do the thing. We was
Are we
gonna get
getting matching tattoos? Let's go.
I think I
Ren is
think
there.
everyone that's been on the floor just needs the little like feet imprints.
Oh my gosh, feet, feet, feet,
Yep,
feet.
Feet, feet. So
we all have
America,
that experience.
y'all getting that insight. That's how we know where to stand. They put feet on the floor. That's because we're simple people. Okay, all right. Now that I've digressed and we went to clear up some mysteries, gave some lowdown, I gotta stop chuckling so I can ask. I'd be professional, ask questions like I'm supposed to. Okay. So episode 8, it gets down to the end, where you're then challenged in arithmetic. What is going through your mind? Or did you even think that he was going to challenge you in arithmetic? Because I was like, I didn't see that one coming
I didn't
myself.
see it coming either. I was very surprised, but I was prepared to battle in arithmetic. Like that's how it goes, right? You hope that you don't get challenged, but you prepare for if you do. I was very shocked when it happened because I thought I was in a really good position. I had a category that no one really wanted to come for, and it was on a border. So I'm like, I'm set. I'm gonna chill
Mhm.
here for a little bit. But then Anthony's like, I'm going for arithmetic. And I'm like, what are you doing, Anthony? What are you doing? I get it though, because we were right next to each other the whole time. Like he got to know me a little bit, and I kind of have a quirky, bubbly personality. And I didn't really show the smart side of me to him. So he probably was like, oh, this is inherited. I could take her and then take the 20K.
Hmm.
I don't know if an inherited category like arithmetic is really that scary. Like everyone should have at least a base knowledge, right?
Hmm.
It's
Exactly. even me, when I was next to Austin, in my mind, I'm like, I'm comfortable doing math, but I'm not comfortable doing math with Austin.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Well, I'll say this as someone who's taught math from kindergarten all the way up to eighth grade. Doing it quickly and doing it accurately are two totally different things. When you
Yes,
hear some
yes.
ticking and a bunch of eyes are on you, it's almost like the spelling bee. It's like I know how to
Hmm.
spell, I think, and then they throw, I don't know, I can't. They throw something at you and like, oh, that's not what I meant to say.
Mhm.
25, 34, 15. Like you
Yeah.
trying to do that. So
Oh, for sure. And when I was doing the duel and when I was preparing for the duel, I had something going through my mind like, it's okay if I lose. I just don't want to look like I can't do math on TV. So if I take an extra second or two to answer the questions, I'm going to take the time to actually do the math right in my head, then just spurt out answers.
Yeah.
yeah, and I think we built upon the times tables duel from season three to give it some more variety. And now, if Zach, you and I ever get to go back on the floor, I'm going for straight algebra. They put that up on the board. Solve for X and Y. I want you to bounce out these equations real quick.
Put me in for the quadratic formula, coach.
There
Yeah,
you go.
yeah. Some polynomials up there. That's what we
Oh
need.
my God. Wait, can I say something real quick?
Mhm.
I said something when I was up out there on the stage with Rob Lowe and they cut it. And I'm so bummed because I shouted out my fourth grade teacher and I thanked her for teaching me minute math in fourth grade by bribing me with
Nice.
ice cream. And I even reached out to her and I was like, you should watch me on this show because I'm thank you publicly. And they
Nice.
didn't show it.
Oh,
So thank you, Miss Cummins, for teaching me math in fourth grade by bribing me with ice cream because I can do a lot of things when I'm bribed with ice cream.
There we go.
now you got to share this episode with her. It's like you're going to get your public flowers.
Yeah.
So you win the 20K. I know that makes you excited because a lot of people don't get to leave with money, especially when one player is already left with 60,000 at this point.
Mhm.
What's going through your mind now that you've gotten your chance to get some money in your pocket?
I was I had some mixed feelings. Like I was in shock that I won the money, right? But my entire strategy going into this show was to never be the whale. It was to never be the whale. And I had no control over being the whale. Like Anthony challenged me, there's nothing I can do about that. But I knew at that point that either my game was over or that it was just going to be a continuous uphill battle until my game was over. So I had to kind of come to terms with that while also figuring out my next game plan.
Was that almost a bittersweet moment of like, I just got the 20,000. Oh crap, like the 250 is out of the picture.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how I felt. And on top of that, like they're rushing me off to go interview.
Hmm.
And I they must have hated me in that moment because I'm like, no, I have to study. I can't interview. I can't interview. And they're like, no, you have to. We need your reaction. I'm like, my reaction is I can't interview.
You got to get some more of those behind the scenes because it's like
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have time. I don't have time.
Yeah.
And they're chasing you
They
down
need
with a
us
camera.
there on the show so we can show that stuff.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
for sure. I wish they would have just filmed us like all behind the scenes because that would have been a whole different reality show in and of itself.
Yes.
definitely, definitely. So we some people revealed on Reddits and online know that we shoot multiple episodes in a week. Was this one this day where you already had shot episode 8 and then had to shoot episode 9 so you didn't get a chance to really like sleep on it? Was it one of those shooting days?
Yes, episode 8 was the first episode of the day, and it was a 3 episode day.
Mm.
Oh boy, yep, sounds
Hmm.
about right.
Yeah.
Same old schedule. That
Yeah.
lunch was not enjoyable. Not enjoyable at
Were you even
all.
able to like get away for lunch between those two episodes? Because that would have been you were still up there.
I had, well, I did some interviewing and then I didn't even eat lunch because I was just planning my next move in the amount of time that I had.
Mhm.
So I know hindsight's 2020. This is episode 9 opens up.
Mhm.
Ren has control of the floor. It's her decision to either stay and play or duel. And you've already expressed as much that you felt that as the well you were food. Do you feel, knowing what you know now, that you should have made a different decision or not?
Not at all. I am completely happy with the way that episode 9 played out, even though it was my last episode. I had already kind of come to terms with the fact that my game was over. And I like to call this my exit strategy. So there was a lot of things that went into my decision of why I chose birdwatching. When I was put in a situation in which most of the control was taken from me, the only thing that I had control over is how I chose to leave the game. I did not want an uphill battle for the entire episode.
Mhm.
Dueling, I know that people love to see people be aggressive, people love to see you go on runs. By the time episode 9 came around, I was pretty exhausted, and dueling can be very exhausting. Every time you go up there, it takes a lot out of you.
Mhm.
So I didn't want to just be reactive and have people challenge me, and then I have to adapt continuously to new categories. I was okay with a swift death, if to say that like politely, I guess. Um, I was okay with a swift death, and I wanted to go out on something fun, something that I had an interest in. I wanted to go out on something challenging that I was able to hold my own in. And another interesting thing about the what strategy that I did is if I lost if I lost, I kind of got to choose who was the next whale.
So you
True.
hate Carlos.
So I picked Carlos.
Or she dislikes whoever would have to go up against Carlos. Maybe he has the tattoo.
or,
I
or he doesn't have the tattoo. And that's why.
All I'm going to say is just pay attention to how people are talking in interviews. Pay attention to who is speaking positively about other people and who is speaking negatively about other people, because that says a lot.
And
So this.
who's like, ow, this hurts over here. This tattoo I just got.
Uh,
Oh my gosh.
hey,
It
look,
was
look.
just a fun thing. Just know like everyone who got tattoos it was like a girls club essentially. That's not an alliance. It's not an alliance. It
It's,
was just like girls being girls.
I will say this is the first time we've heard about the tattoos, so I don't know if we've had
I
anyone
never
else.
mentioned the tattoos. Devin did.
Uh, Devin has these insights. I don't even know.
Who's your source, Devin?
I don't know. I'm chronically online, so and for whatever reason, people tell me things now and send emails, and I don't know, man.
He was actually the tattoo artist. So,
Oh, okay.
That's kind of how it goes
Oh,
down.
so that's why that line's a little wonky.
yeah.
So I have to say this, and this is clearly Monday morning quarterbacking, and I fancy myself as some pseudo expert up here. When I look at your season on the floor, unlike other seasons, your floor is more fractured than any floor in the history of the floor so far. There's so many different islands that even you being the well, I saw so many other
Mhm.
places where you could have just won two duels and would have had more territory than you as well. Like you didn't have to go against you to win that piece. Where I was thinking maybe, just maybe, you could have stayed on the floor and survived. I'm just saying that
Or
there was a
the left
chance.
side just kind of joins up and becomes the whale over there.
Yeah.
Oh, if for Monday morning quarterbacking, that definitely was an option, and we saw that play out in last night's episode, right? But when you're on the floor, you can
Yes.
only really see what's happening directly around you.
Yes.
And I also did the math. I did the math, and there was a 50% chance that
Just
someone
touching
next
your
to me would be
territory.
randomized.
Oh, she did the same thing. I told my mama that she didn't understand how probability worked in that situation. I'm
Yeah.
like, Ma, I had to stay because 75% of the floor was touching me at the time, and I'm wanted to die on my feet, like you
Yeah.
said, then continue to play. So speaking of bird watching, I do say, and it happens, and we can't control how it goes. You ended up with more birds while he ended up with more items. Did you
Mhm.
realize that was happening at the time?
I honestly completely blacked out everything about bird watching. I remember that pelican was in there somewhere, but that was it. And then I remember Carlos being really mad that I challenged him once he was out too.
You get the low down over here. Because I was looking at it, I was like, oh, she's getting all the birds. And then I was
He
like,
gave
that's an Oreo. That's an Oreo. But I lived in Maryland, so I know what an Oreo looks like.
I didn't know what an Oriole was. I only got really into bird watching like 2 years ago.
Mhm.
And but I got really into bird watching. I may not be like an expert like Carlos, but I have the Merlin app. I love looking at birds. There's a whole bunch of great blue herons in my local park. I love watching them nest and all the babies. But after after our duels, Carlos came up to me and he was like, "So why did you challenge me? Why didn't you go for something easy like pie flavors? Is it because of your little alliance?" And I looked at him, I'm like, "Carlos, this morning on the bus, we were talking about the bird watching app that we both have." And that was the end of that conversation.
I
I love
love it.
it. I feel like it changes the dynamic almost like when you lose, we were whisked away and like never saw the other team again. You guys got to go back and actually see them again that
Hmm.
night. So, you know,
Yeah,
But
it was interesting.
I'm gonna say this, and you if I had to ride the entire bus with people who caused me to lose out on money, even though I end up riding in a cab with someone who caused me to lose out on money, I would have chose. I'm like, nah, what bus y'all on? I'm going on another bus. Thank you.
There was some divine intervention because I was supposed to be in a cab to the airport with Carlos, but I was like down in the lobby early and I end up in a different cab. So thanks whoever was looking out for me about that one.
Oh my goodness. You hear it right now, America. You
yeah.
lose, you might end up in a cab with an awkward
Like,
30-minute ride with somebody.
I don't know if the bus rides for you were like they were for us, but I feel like going there, everyone was kind of quiet, having their side conversations, sizing up other people, and kind of like you said, you both mentioned that you had a bird watching app, and you're just like, oh, I do that, I have this background, just trying to get in people's heads. But then on our way back, we would have like some guy brought a guitar, and we were just like singing the entire way back. Like there was no competition talk; it was just partying and singing.
I think that being an alternate kind of changed that for me a little
Mm,
bit because during the first day or so as an alternate, we were experiencing that with each other. But then by the end of that week, we were all just really good friends. And we took that energy with us, or at least I took that energy with me into the next week when we were actively playing. So I was just there to meet new people, make friends, because I had already made so many good friends that I'm like, I can add to this. I can meet new cool people. So I was excited to have genuine conversations. But now that you mention it, like I definitely think on their end, they were probably experiencing, the first couple days of being there, sizing each other up, being a little bit quiet. And that could explain, like maybe on my end, when I was talking to Carlos about the bird watching app, I was excited to talk to him about birds. But on his end, he's probably thinking, like, who is this girl and why is she trying to get my knowledge on birds?
It is a level of paranoia that
Yeah.
comes about
Mhm.
because I remember the guy who started our season's group chat. I was like, why do you want my number? like, like you plotting on me, you know what I'm saying?
I will admit I was the person who like got the group chat going for the whole season. So I was going around like getting people's info, adding them to the group chat. I meet Steven Beans from Even Stevens. I'm a
Yeah.
little starstruck, right? My hand's shaking with the QR code loud. Like, here, can you please add yourself to this group chat?
I, so when I watched that, I have a little 7-year-old daughter, and a 4-year-old son, and when I saw that duel, they were with me, and I was like, "It's Beans." She was like, "That's a person, Daddy. He has a name." And then like it showed like his favorite character was Beans and whatever, and she goes, "That was his name." It was just a funny little interaction.
That's
She
a
actually,
person, not a bean.
yeah, you're right, honey. That is a person.
You're right. Like we're trying. So we didn't see Carlos decide to stay and play because, like I said, I think by episode 9, I think Kristen even said it best that you almost trying to have your TV moment at this time. Once you've hit the stage, and you're that early in the episode, you're really like, oh, might as well make the best out of it. He had a very interesting audio duel, which I it's tough. I do say I yelled out volcano at my TV, but who really knows what a volcano sounds like? You know what I'm saying? Like that's not a normal thing to experience and to listen to. So we had that going on with the outside sounds, and then we get our new well, and we found out we have a man with not one, not two, but 7 daughters. 7 daughters. I know this has nothing to do with the game. What do y'all think about that? 7 daughters.
I I think until he has a son,
He has to get going.
Patrick is such a sweetheart, and his heart is big enough for all 7 of those daughters.
It has to be. It has to be. Remind me of a guy at my church who the ninth child is a son. I was like, yo, give up, man.
there was a lot of comments online that they're like, "Rob, just drop the fact that has so many kids. Like, leave him alone."
Oh, that was hilarious. That might be one of my favorite Rob moments. You know what you want like to do in your free time? I'm like, oh my. Oh my goodness.
And he was like, "I know your wife is bored at home now." I was like,
Um, I know that their whole family went on a road trip earlier this year, and they went to Arizona, and that's where Manny's from. We see Manny later in this episode, and Manny's like sending out photos of him like making dinner for all 7 of Patrick's daughters.
So speaking of Patrick, Patrick beats Manny in woodworking. And then he challenges James in pie flavors. Did y'all think that's how they was gonna do pie flavors? Because I was kind of like, what is this?
it,
I
it was
mean,
kind of
at this point, oh, go ahead, Zach.
okay, it was kind of like a clue game. It was like chocolate plus whipped cream, chocolate cream.
I, I was because I hadn't seen that duel. I was already gone, and I'm just watching this play out. And I'm like, oh my God, what is this?
Because I was looking like, after what you just showed me, that can't possibly be key lime because there's no keys with that lime at this time. That can't be the key lime. Oh, that one is key lime pie. Get out of here. And I'm up there yelling at my screen. That's a Mississippi mud pie. You got to know that's Mississippi and that's mud because
Yeah.
clearly.
Or
Oh,
the chicken pot pie was just a roasted chicken in a pot.
yes.
Like that's
Who came
I
up
ordered
with
chicken
this?
pot pie. That's not what I'm expecting.
Meat pie. That's not meat pie. Ground meat pie.
Mint.
Beef pie. Mince meat. Hmm.
And then they hit you with brownie.
Yeah.
Yes.
What even is a brownie pie? Because I feel like I need to try it now.
It's a brownie in a circle.
Oh, kind of like a cookie cake.
Something
Yeah.
like that.
Okay.
Like a cookie cake is just a big cookie in a circle.
Oh,
That's fantastic. Okay, maybe I don't need to try a brownie pie then.
brownie pie. All right, so we then get caught in the corner with Donnell. Not Donnell. Is it Donnell or
Donnell.
okay?
Mhm.
And oh, I gotta get my list. And Jason and banking. They had now been shifted, ruining their whole plan of just staying in the corner. And at that point, I know Jason was like, I want to get the three in a row. And this is a question for you two. Now that we can Monday morning quarterback, at this point, unless you're going for a well, do you really need to be aggressive? Because I know he was like, I got to protect myself with a time boost. I would have been like, nah, I'm going back to the floor. I'm protected from a bunch of people who've already played. I'm going back to
I
the floor.
I love Jason. He's a great person. If I was in his position, I would have gone back to the floor. We've already heard Eric say that like Kristen was protecting him. You got to go through Kristen to get to him. He was in a fantastic position to kind of do the same thing. Like you want to go to get to me, you got to go through Eric and he's frozen.
Yeah. You're on an isolated peninsula. You
Mhm.
don't shift from that.
Yeah. But hindsight's 2020, and I can criticize all I want, being a happy loser that I am. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You don't need to challenge him. Go back to the floor. Go back to the floor. Like, you don't have to do this. So he goes to get Sean and Ocean Predators. Um, that was pretty decent duel. And then we get um Jonathan challenging Dean in the heritage category of gas stations, which surprisingly, I think if you are not well traveled of the United States, this was a really hard category for you because Wawas are not everywhere.
That's true.
Sunoco's, I don't think are everywhere. Golf is not everywhere. 76 is not everywhere. I was like, oh, well, hope you're seeing some of these things. You thought you're just gonna
Mhm.
get gas pump, but he didn't know squeegee, so I don't know. I don't know.
Squeegee's was hard. So I've never been to a Wawa. I am not from that part of the US, but I know Wawa exists. So whenever I saw one that I didn't know, I just yelled out of my TV, Wawa!
So this reminds me, I was in geography, world geography honors in high school, and my teacher would give us a blank map of a continent, and and it had like the major cities on there, like the top 150 major cities. I once put for Africa, Brazzaville for like from number 32 to number 89 as the answer because I knew it was with like Brazzaville. Brazzaville. It's Brazzaville. One of these has to be Brazzaville. Like, I'm gonna get this correct. And he called me that for the rest of the semester. But yeah, Wawa. Wawa. Pass.
Wawa.
Wawa.
Wawa. That would have been me if I was playing. I'm glad
Uh,
I at least knew some birds.
Yeah.
Except you saw me. I was saying Blue Jay for everything.
Yeah.
It's gonna hit eventually.
It is. It is. And so Jonathan beats Dean in gas stations. Then Jonathan challenges Jordan in Rookie of the Year. And I don't know before I get to one of my actually satisfying duels, but I got to get there first. The Rookie of the Year, I forget what these people look like now that they're now that they're older and seeing really young pictures of them. I'm like, who's that again? Oh my. I only know the old version of you.
What really funny about that is when I was younger, I was really into baseball because my dad was really into baseball. So all the baseball rookie cards
You
I
knew,
got right away, and that surprised the hell out of me. Like I knew all of them. Don't don't follow it now, but I
man.
did back then.
Man, only Alex Ovechkin I know is missing a tooth and it has gray hair. Like that's Alex Ovechkin. That's not no Alex Ovechkin. And I rooted for the dang Capitals when I lived in DC. Like, that's not what that man looks like. And then to have a professional baseball player go against a professional basketball player in basketball players brought a special thing in my heart to see that duel go down. What were your thoughts on that, Ren?
I thought that was really fun to see. I'm not a sports person, so I'm just gonna be real. Most of these names went directly over my head, but it really is if we're talking about the floor and like what the heart of the floor is, it's like experts in their categories. It really summed up what the floor is about.
Yeah, because I was thinking, huh, is that one of her teammates? Like, oh, that's Diana. I ain't seen Diana in years, Sue. What's up, Sue? Cheryl? Like, it was nice to kind of see, and I was like, oh, okay. And I'm always quick to really show some diversity in the answer choices. So I'm glad they had a lot of WNBA
Mhm.
players on there to really see how well do you know basketball really. You say you're a fan, but are you a fan? Really? Really? So we've gotten to this point. You've done episode 8, gone on episode 9. Who are you still rooting for? Who's your dark horse?
With without giving anything away for our
Yes.
viewers.
But this is a good one. I am going to have to go with Victor. I think that he is extremely smart. I think he knows when to keep going and when to go back. I think he's in a really good position on the floor. And something that you guys weren't there to see because this was a behind the scenes thing, he was constantly studying. And he's doing his master's at Harvard right now. The man knows how to study. So I I'm rooting for Victor.
And that's the Duke student, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I was gonna say like the I was just calling him Duke at that point.
Yeah.
Because we're at that age where we.
Well, now you could call him Harvard.
There we go. Moving on up.
So eyes out on Victor, which they gave him some. Now this is where I'm on my like my TV thing. Like, how are they editing people? Who are the players that's going to be in the end game? Because I think you got to edit those people in. And Victor's been given some screen time. I've seen some of his reactions. Seen some react. I still gotta because I don't like change or whatever. I'm still Team Mark. That's my guy until he's not my guy. So you know. How about you, Zach? Who you still rooting for?
I think we still have what like around 20 less than 20 on that we may have not seen or seen very little of.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there's an unnamed person. I think we still have that safety peninsula in the very back. That was my go-to last episode that we filmed was they're a little more protected than others. Um,
So you
but
So you're gonna give it to Sean? Sean's
I think
back there now.
I think anyone that makes it automatically to the last round has an advantage over everyone, right?
Yeah.
And there's only one way that Sean can get attacked right now. So I think he's just insulated to the last episode. So he has a bit, for talking probabilities, he's got a higher probability than most. But I think there's this middle like snake of people that haven't gone yet, and they're starting to show a lot of those people in the little promos and things like that. So I feel like maybe the unknown, the unmarked randomized person
I'm
can
gonna
do
say
it.
something to you, Zach. Your answer is weak sauce. You're hedging your bet, sir. It's weak. If you don't stand for anything, you'll fall for it. Put your money on the table and quit.
Fine, John.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You got to chastise your co-host every once and again.
Oh my gosh. Wait, okay. We'll give you a little loophole here, Zach. My question, because Devin's already kind of talking about it, there's people getting edits.
Hmm.
So maybe not the dark horse, but I'm curious from an outsider's perspective, someone who wasn't there, who who do you think is getting edits that they're gonna make it to the end?
I think is his name Reese?
Niche.
You making up
Niece?
names.
Oh, niche.
Niche.
Niche. Oh, they do give him a lot of screen time.
He's been getting a lot of like random quips in there and things.
Yeah, recently, I think they've been kind of getting him a little bit of a villain edit, like little cocky, whatever. But that's the kind of same edit they gave him on the mole too. So I don't know. So I'm chronically online. Ren, I told you that, and I watch a lot of TV. Um, yeah, I can see that. Niche has gotten a lot. I think Eric is going to continue to get it till the end. And it's always and I don't know how I would feel, but it always when they edit, they always show this congregation around him every single in between duel, and I would be like, huh, they really making this man look like the ringleader. They're really leaning into
You
this.
say ringleader, I say puppeteer.
This guy is dancing, 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 dancing.
I feel like he's got a target on his back as soon as that thing unfreezes.
As it
I would
should.
agree with that. I mean, I wasn't there, so I don't know what happens, but
Yeah,
definitely based on the editing.
that's how they get you. All right. It's funny, Zach, and Ren, this is really a question I vacillate on. When we do our early episodes, we always say, "How did you get on the floor?" And then we get later into the season, we stop asking that question. Like, what got you interested in the floor? Like, now we got to cover this other stuff. Maybe that's a filler question, but I am curious before we completely wrap this up. What got you into the floor, Ren? Why the floor?
I mean, I have watched The Floor since season one. I thought it was a cool show. I didn't actively go and apply to it. I am really into reality shows, game shows, and I follow people who were on shows like Big Brother, Survivor, and some of them work in casting now. So they posted a casting call for The Floor. I'm like, oh, I know that show. But here's the funny thing is I originally applied for The Floor because I wanted to be part of, a show experience, a game show experience, but one that wasn't super invasive and when it was like, oh, there's 100 people, it's always kind of like fun and quirky. And you get to go have your TV moment, and then you get to go home and be a normal person. And there's not usually a lot of drama.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, has our season brought the drama. This was like the first season of The Floor in which like there is a clear division between two sides and they're both mad at each other and one side saying something about one side, the other side saying another thing about the other side. And it's not just shown on TV, like that was actually happening while we were there. It was really, really weird to see it play out. Because I'm like, I'm not here for this. I came here so I could play a cute little game show, maybe win some money, and then have a little trip to Ireland.
So
You checked
should
all those boxes.
yep,
Yes.
should have did quiz with balls.
Put me in.
I, Quiz with balls is my next one. I really want that one.
1% club, man. Let's do it.
That one too.
All that. But we like to generally end this with, if you could describe your experience in 3 words, what would those 3 words be?
Okay. I wrote them down so that way I wouldn't forget because I knew my brain was going to be in 100 different places. So the first one is going to be opportunity, because I like to think of opportunity as a mixture between luck and preparedness. And I think that's exactly how this panned out. I was ready to go on the floor. That's how I got casted. I randomly ran into that casting call. I was lucky enough to be there a week early and meet some amazing people and have that extra time to bond. And then I was lucky enough to get challenged on arithmetic in the last duel of the night and win money. But I was also prepared because I was ready to battle in arithmetic. I wouldn't have won that money if I wasn't prepared. Now, the second word that I wrote down is community. I am so, so grateful for the friends that I made on this show. And I am not just talking about the other alternates. I made some amazing friends. I've even traveled to go visit these friends. I've been to weddings already from people from the floor. And they're going to be people who will be in my life for the rest of my life. So I'm very, very grateful for that community. And then the last word that I wrote down was trippy, because it is the most surreal experience to have your own lived memories of your life played out in front of you, but told from someone else's point of view. Everyone has their own point of view, and everyone has their own lived experience being on that show, regardless of what side you are on. To each of us, our own experiences are law, right? And it's not very often that you get to see your own experiences being played out and told from someone else's perspective. So it was really interesting to be able to see this really special and unique experience being told from someone else's point of view.
That
Nice.
that's great. Zach, makes me want to redo our episodes and redo our 3 words because everyone's 3 words has been so poetic this season. We were like fun.
Yeah.
We did it.
It's okay. We coined the term formally. So
Yeah.
Formally, I love it.
And so, welcome to the Formally. So, Ren, thank you so much for joining us tonight. It was great hearing that behind the Arithmetic Showdown, the $20,000 win, and everything that happened in your bird watching duel.
absolutely. One of the best parts of doing this podcast is getting to hear what was really going on through the contestants' minds in those moments. You gave us some fantastic insight tonight.
And so, I say this to you guys in America who's looking at this podcast and all our fans from season 5 who want to tell the story. I will preface this. I do see the emails. I've been really, really busy. I'm going to say this publicly. My child graduated. I'm moving from a house. I'm sorry. We try to respond as quickly as we can. But anyway, if you enjoyed this episode, leave a review and wherever you get your podcast, and it really helps us grow this formally, our floor plans in the show. And be sure to subscribe, follow, and all those things that you need to do online.
Make sure you check us out on YouTube, social media, clips, interviews, behind the scenes, secret content from the floor.
And so for Zach, Ren, and myself, thanks for listening to the Lowe Down on the Floor.
We'll see you next time. Good night, everybody.
On the Lowe Down on the
Floor.
You got it.